Darts Open here in Leverkusen, blown wide open in the final game of this afternoon's session as the world number one Michael van Gerwen was dumped out of the tournament by Rob Cross, the new PDC Tour card holder for 2017. But the number 2 and number 3 seeds are both through to the semi-finals, and Mensur Suljovic and Peter Wright will go up against each other for a place in the final of this tournament, as they look to claim yet another Euro Tour crown and the £25,000 top prize. Michael Smith has won on the European Tour this year at champion in Gibraltar, and he goes up against the top player from Wales, the Iceman Gerwyn Price, for a place in the semis. The winner of this faces either Rob Cross or Mervyn King. And Paul Nicholson joins me, Dan Dawson, in the commentary box for it. Michael Smith, our top performer so far this weekend in terms of one standalone average. He averaged 104 this afternoon in seeing off super chin Darryl Gurney. And if he continues that kind of form, Paul, he could easily go and claim a 5th Euro Tour title of his career.
Absolutely right. I think you've got to put, at this point, Michael Smith the favourite in the bottom half.
Game on.
You've got to fancy him to make the final, but Gerwyn Price is one of those players who never gives in, especially when an opponent is sat in a very small double and he's got 160 left.
Yes, Ian White, the UK Open quarter-finals. Gerwyn Price, of course, going on to make the final of the UK Open this year, beaten by Peter Snakebite Wright, his first televised major final, and it has given him all sorts of opportunities, the Iceman. Got him in Dubai for the World Series, where he beat James Wade in the quarterfinals. Lost to Michael van Gerwen in the semis. Starting well here, isn't he? Isn't he?
180.
That's a cracking start. Gerwyn Price is setting his stall out. And
41.
We would consider it an upset if he was to beat Michael Smith, but I think he's making moves this year. He's trying to get better. And he's determined.
81.
You can just see it in his eyes. It's the same with every game that he plays, really. But Gerwyn Price is making a genuine assault for the top 10 by the end of the year.
140. When you require 100.
Well, he's just outside the top 16 in the world rankings at the moment, Gerwyn Price. But double top here for an 11-darter. Ooh.
60.
A couple of wild ones for the Iceman, but he will return with Smith back on 220. A trademark bully boy maximum will apply some pressure.
Judging by the last couple of shots at tops, I think Gerwyn Price needs to take one less club. Tops again. Found his range this time. Had a couple of sighters.
Michael to throw first.
That one was fine. 13-dart leg to start this quarter-final. He'll take that.
95.
Well, Michael Smith was not very far away from winning on the European Tour last time out in Austria. Made it all the way to the final, was only beaten in a deciding leg by Michael van Gerwen. And had he nicked that deciding leg, Michael Smith, it would have been a 5th Euro Tour title, but it would have been a hat-trick of wins in European Tour finals against the world number 1, which is one hell of an achievement.
Certainly is.
He won't achieve that this weekend, of course, because Michael van Gerwen's been knocked out. However, he won't care as long as he can claim that title. That win in Gibraltar for Michael Smith, he said it was important for him, just he'd forgotten what winning tournaments felt like. This year has seen him storm back into form. A very welcome thing to see because Michael Smith, on form, can do magical things on a dartboard.
He's an incredible dart player. One of the best that I've seen. But the scary thing is his best years were ahead of him.
Yes, you would hope so. You really would.
And he's been winning titles in the PDC now for 6 years. He's almost a veteran.
Well, he certainly knows what it takes.
140.
But it will be frustrating for Michael Smith when he looks at Gerwyn Price, a man who isn't quite in the top 16 in the world, and yet he has gone on and made a major TV final, which is something that is missing from Michael Smith's CV. Of course, he did win the World Youth Championship. That's a little bit different. It's not a senior event. It's a good event. It's not a senior one. Double 15.
95.
Now, things can get a little bit awkward here, even if Price doesn't take out the 77, but he might. Double 10. For 2-0.
57.
Oh, it's just like the tops in the previous leg.
It really was.
A couple of shots that were about an inch wide this time around. 7 for double 4. 2 twos. Oh, good double that, you know, because the pressure was mounting. He was up to it.
Yeah, it really was. You could see him gritting his teeth. He didn't really like either of the first 2 darts. I know he put it in the 7, but it was a little bit precarious near that double where he would have busted his score, of course.
You were doing a bit of research about Gerwyn Price's start in the PDC, weren't you, Dan? I was fascinated by it.
Well, look, 2014 is when Gerwyn Price... I mean, he's only been playing darts for 4 or 5 years. I mean, he picked up a set of darts. He was playing rugby at the time. But he turned up at the start of 2014, won his tour card on the second day of Q School. It's Elmar Polka, RMC, Mr. Darts in Germany. Sang a lovely song about him where he called him Die Geile Sau. It means the sexy pig.
Who's the playing equivalent?
Oh, well.
It's got to be Steve Beaton, maybe.
58.
Well, obviously. But yes, Gerwyn Price won his tour card on day 2 of Q School. He played a Euro Tour qualifier. He went out pretty early in that. A guy called Glenn Spearing, the Honey Monster. But his first ranking event was the very first UK Open qualifier of that year. First round opponent, Michael Smith. Welcome to the PDC, Gerwyn. And he was beaten.
Get the feeling that Gerwyn Price's feeling of playing Michael Smith then is a little bit different to now. There's been quite a bit of water under the bridge.
There has. However,
100.
overwhelmingly, Michael Smith has had the better of their meetings. 10 times they have met, including that very first time back in 2014. Just the 2 wins for Gerwyn Price. But he does have the one massive one, which was the first round of the match play, where he beat him convincingly. Michael Smith, look at this. Double 10, there it is, 107 check out from Michael Smith, breaks the throw, goes into the lead.
Michael Smith style. He loves a 50. Treble 10, double 10. And I think that's just a tactic for himself to stay focused. You know, a lot of people say, yeah, 10 double top, and he loves tops. But I think he secretly likes the whole treble 10, double 10, because they're close together. And if he misses the treble, he's got the tops, obviously. But it is slightly risky, because if he gets a little bit low on that treble 10, he'll hit the treble 15.
Leaves him 5.
Bye-bye birdie.
Yeah. Can't follow up the 177 with another perfect visit.
81.
But 81 puts a dent in that. Yeah, we do see a lot of players say they've got something like 56. And instead of going for the big 16 to leave double top, they will purposefully go for the treble. And is that just about them trying to don't aim for a big expanse of the board, because you can lose concentration, you can miss the big number entirely. But if you're purposefully going for the treble, and a specific bit of the treble, usually the very centre of it, then that just focuses you and keeps you, there's less chance of you putting a lazy dart in and missing the big number entirely.
That's exactly what it's about. And the case in point with this is when people use treble 16 going for 56 and they leave double 4. If they miss the treble, they've got tops. It's just the same type of thing. It's about finding a very small dot on the board. That's what they're focusing on.
Well, that is probably a point where you don't want to hit the treble, but it doesn't matter for Michael Smith. I'm pretty sure he did just want the big 3, but he's hit the treble there, leaves him double 17, and he takes it out no bother at all. It is 3-1 to Michael Smith.
Allow me to paint a picture for you guys at home. When he hit that, I am flailing my arms in the air like the inflatable arm flailing tube men in Family Guy, because I can't make sense of any of that. That had to be a slip, because you can't go for treble 3 on anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is... I know we were just talking about this exact thing, but that is one of those shots where you don't really want to go for the treble. In the end, it's not mattered for Michael Smith.
That is probably the most Eric Claris type finish you will ever see on the European Tour. And I was just going to say, as Michael finished that leg, that Eric Claris style finishing, the spotter's nightmare from Belgium, former world master, he'd be pedestrian now, almost, with some of the things that he did. It's almost commonplace.
No need to go for the 18s of the first dart for Gerwyn Price, but I can assure you that that first dart is nowhere near where he intended it to be. A skinny bit of the 5. Does leave himself a 2-darter. Michael Smith can pose a problem for him, though. And he does pose a problem for him. Leaves him 104. He's already taken out 107. Gerwyn Price has been warned. Double 12 for the Iceman. Yeah, there you go, Gerwyn Price. Bit of aggression. This is what we like to see for the Iceman.
I don't really know the story behind why Gerwyn Price stopped playing rugby, but he's definitely still got the aggression to play that sport, and he's brought that to the dartboard. He's not fazed by anything, is he?
No, he certainly isn't. I mean, in rugby terms, he's kind of an old man, isn't he? At 32, 33 years old. In darts terms, he's a young man. He's averaging 102, though. This is the best that we've seen from Gerwyn Price this weekend. And we said that anybody who can up their game and go and average, put 3 games together where they're averaging around about 100, over the course of this evening, could claim the title. And Price, if anything, is getting better and better.
Well, let's face it, he's not the only rugby player who's turned to darts. John Bowles is the same. And he's done what John Bowles has done and then just raised it. He's gone the further step.
64.
64 leaves a Shanghai finish. Michael Smith on 244 again. Ton 40 to leave 104 is what he did last time, and it didn't matter because Gerwyn Price took out the 84. And it's only 100 for Michael Smith, and there's not as much pressure as there was in the last leg. And Gerwyn Price is going to get a dart at his favourite double top for a Shanghai finish and a level game at 3 apiece. And the momentum is with the Welshman now.
Do you think he's aware of his record against Michael Smith and he wants to snap that in half tonight? Wants to make a statement.
Well, 6 times in a row, Gerwyn Price has been beaten by Michael Smith. The last time he did beat him was at the World Match Play in 2015 when he knocked him out in the first round and then had that incredible win over Adrian Lewis as well.
That was the first time I ever played Gerwyn Price. I didn't know who he was, I've got to be honest. I knew he was from Wales, and I knew he was pretty thick set, but he was so aggressive after every single throw. And the first 2 times I played him, he just brought so much intensity. It was hard to handle.
Well, tell us why that's hard to handle, because you are Paul Nicholson, Paul the Asset Nicholson, a man who made a career in his earlier years of ruffling people's feathers. And that, not quite in the manner of Gerwyn Price.
In this setting, I would have revelled in it. But at a leisure centre in the middle of Barnsley, when you're not allowed to basically say boot to a goose, he just had enough aggression just to put me on the back foot. And I've got to give him credit, because look what he's bringing now.
Oh, what a finish this would be. Oh,
126.
Gerwyn Price is absolutely flying right now. But a maximum from Michael Smith leaves him on the men's soar. It will not matter if Gerwyn Price can pin double 6.
Oh, on the outside wire. There it is. That's a great dart, you know. That is nowhere near splitting it. Great shot, 4-3, Gerwyn Price.
Michael Smith under pressure here. Now in Gibraltar, Michael Smith, he beat Mensur Suljovic in the final 6-4. But in every single game prior to that, Michael Smith needed a last leg decider to win through. He knows that if it goes close, he now backs himself to win those games, and he would have lost them last year. But when it's getting close and his back's against the wall, Michael Smith is starting to produce his better darts now, whereas last year he may have folded and been beating himself up and ended up losing those games. Gerwyn Price is making him work very, very hard. He's just hit 2 180s in the last leg and a half, Michael Smith, having not hit one in the match prior to that. And we have one heck of a contest on our hands here.
59.
I've not seen any head shaking or any negativity from Michael Smith in this entire match. Double 12. Perfect guide.
69.
I think he leaned on that third just a little bit. I think he may have reset himself if Gerwyn Price was on a double, but he's way back.
Well, both of these guys are now averaging over 100. We have one heck of a contest. And double 6, just slide alongside that. Oh, now for double 3. Well, he's already pinned double 17, and double 3 does not pose a problem for Michael Smith. We have a best of 3 game. Gerwyn Price has the advantage of throwing first in 2 of the legs. And I have got no idea who wins this game.
I'm just trying to cast my mind back. How many different doubles has Michael Smith hit now?
He's hit 4 different doubles.
4 different doubles.
Yeah.
Is it possible he can hit 6 different doubles in a match?
It is very, very possible. Now, you said that Gerwyn Price looks like a man who is desperate to just stop this losing run that he has to Michael Smith. 6 consecutive games that he has lost to Michael Smith. However, the last couple have both gone last leg deciders, so he has got close. But that is 3 180s in the last 3 legs for Michael Smith.
Mike Smith is now turning on the afterburners, and he's trying to squeeze Gerwyn Price out of this match. Basically asking him the question, can you live with my scoring? Well,
42.
A lapse in a somewhat brilliant last 5 minutes.
Yeah, it is captivating here at the Osterman Arena in Leverkusen.
48.
What Michael Smith has done is he's taken the aggression out of the game. When Gerwyn got those 3 legs in a row, he was rampant. And by snapping that streak, Michael Smith has calmed him down. He's taken the aggression out of him.
Well, it's one guy has a go, the other guy has a go. It's like 2 heavyweights just slugging it out, and with very little attempt at defence. 3 legs for Gerwyn Price, 3 legs for Michael Smith. Needs the treble. He's gone ball.
As soon as his eyes went low, he knew it was going to be ball. I'm surprised because there was plenty of room to the left. Price will go 20s. Another single. Don't get greedy. Get the single. Have the ball for the leg.
35.
Said it a million times.
72.
Wow, Gerwyn Price has to survive 2 darts here. Double 12. And Michael Smith, he's struggling on double 12 here. Misses it again with 2 darts, and Gerwyn Price is given a reprieve to go within a leg of the semi-finals. He has made the semi-finals on the European Tour before. He's done it this year, Gerwyn Price, but he's missed a big number again. Tops, he gets 1 dart at it. He nods his head, but he's not nodding now.
Likely required 12.
He's had a few wild ones on tops. With 120 yards to go, that was a 3-wood. That was miles away. Double 3 again. Oh, double 3 is his saviour. My kingdom for the 5th leg in my game, and it's another double 3.
Wow, Michael Smith absolutely making the Richard Ashdown shot his own. And Gerwyn Price has to win the last 2 legs. He would have the throw in the decider if it goes that far, but has he blown his chance? It's his own fault. It is sloppy stuff from Gerwyn Price. He's been averaging 100 through a significant chunk of this match, and then just when it gets to the nitty-gritty, starts missing big numbers, starts making elementary mistakes, and it's cost him. It's cost him darts for that leg. And it may well prove to be the pivotal leg, because that ton 40 for Michael Smith means he is the heavy favourite to close this out and win it 6-4. Again, this is a game that you think a year ago Michael Smith probably would have gone on to lose it. And I bet you he says the same at the end in his interview.
Well, Gezi seems to have lost his first dart completely, and he's always searching around the board now. And Michael Smith is just pounding the scorer now and making it so painful for Price.
Yeah, you can see the reaction from Gerwyn Price there, shaking her head now. He was nodding earlier, he's shaking his head now. And Michael Smith just looking to set this up, and he's going to.
134.
He stopped his throw halfway through there and then still carried on and hit the 54.
Yeah, we put him on the -2 fast forward, didn't we?
Yeah.
140.
Just going a little bit slow and just teasing us a little bit.
Double 18 for the bully boy for a 6-4 win. Gerwyn Price has more than played his part in this quarter-final, but he has been knocked out by Michael Smith, and you can see the relief. It was a tough battle. He can count himself a little bit fortunate there, Michael Smith, because Gerwyn Price was rampant through the middle part of the game, but a few missed doubles and a couple of sloppy darts ended up costing the Iceman. It is another quarter-final exit for him on the European Tour. Could it be another Euro Tour title for the bully boy? He is our third man through to the semi-finals, only one spot left, and it will go to either the King, Mervyn King, or Rob Cross, the man who knocked out the world #1 Michael van Gerwen this afternoon. Mervyn King's one Euro Tour title came in Sindelfingen when he beat Michael Smith in the final. It was a cracker. Michael Smith missed championship darts, but Rob Cross and Michael Smith have crossed swords before, and Rob Cross has emerged victorious. Whoever comes through that final quarter-final, it is going to be a cracker. Suljevic versus Wright in the first semi. Michael Smith versus King or Cross. And it is King Cross coming up. Let's grab some words with our latest winner in the quarter-finals, Michael Smith, and Elmar Polka, our MC.
Congratulations. Not easy, this one. He was up 4-3.
Yeah, I was up 3-1 as well, so kind of works both ways. I thought I blew it, going for double 6, going back in for 55, but he missed a big number. But that starts and it swings him round both times, miss, he hits, he misses, I hit, so that's the way darts plays. But listen, I'm in the semi-final, that's all that matters. Like the last, my first Europeans, I was out first 3, I was out the first round. What is it now? Quarters, win, final, semi, so Michael's not in, he's wide open. I'm the best Michael left in it, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's cool. You're the number 11 in the world right now. Is it important for you being a top 10 player?
Nah, I could be number 100 in the world or 200 in the world. As long as I'm still studying the semi-finals, it doesn't matter where I'm ranked. I just know how good I am and how good I can play, and I know that I won't give in anymore. You watched me all last year, Elmo, and you know how bad I was when I hit a bad dart and I shook my head.
See you later again. Thank you very much. Michael Smith.